Hi there, Dr. Bob Flower. This is Monday, March 29th, the Master Pattern Report. Well, last week we said silver would make a move up, and it did. A rather significant one as far as we're concerned anyway. It actually went from 1662 to around 1740, 39, 40, 41 in there, which is just about a 5% upswing, pretty good for the week. And we had said that we thought that the S&P would have a down move, and it was actually flat for the week. Oil looks strong, and it actually did hold its own, and we actually exited the trade today as it made a nice move up, about $2.50. So we exited that trade, and we may be going the other way on that. I'll let you know more about that. And we exited the S&P as well last week. We think it's pretty much bumping up against its highs here, and temporarily we stepped out of silver just for a little bit here. We'll see where it's going. This week we're shorting the dollar to cover a large gap move, which I'll show you the chart in a second. And the rest of the market looks fair to the upside, but weakening. We're not too crazy about it. Friday may be a significant day for a very interesting reason. Part of my research over the years has shown huge moves occur on religious holidays. Check that out yourself. You go back and look around different, and it doesn't matter what type, whether it's Christian, Muslim, Hebrew, whatever. There always seems to be on religious holidays big moves one way or another. Okay, and we don't think that Friday or perhaps Monday, it may swing over, since Friday is a short day. It may swing over to Monday. We think there's going to be a significant move at the end of this week or beginning of next week. Okay. Here, let me show you that this is a chart of the down dollar. So it's just the opposite of what. And let me show you the gap that I'm referring to. You see where my finger is here. You'll see that there's a gap that was created several days ago. And usually, as we said in the past, when you see that move, you're going to see a very excited move to cover. So we're looking at that, and we are actually short the dollar. As this goes up, that means the dollar's going down. Okay, so let's keep an eye on that. Let's see how we fare with that. All right, our socio-political section. Just a thing or two about healthcare and this healthcare bill. Don't call it reform and leave out the two biggest factors that could revise it. That being tort reform and interstate health insurance policy sales. That's like smoking after a successful lung operation. It doesn't work. Also, relative to the healthcare bill, I think that this delay in action that the Dems built in is going to backfire on them. I think as rates continue to escalate from here on in, which they will, because they're going to have to cover these previous exclusions. And the way insurance works, it's no secret. It's no spiritual mystery. The harder the task, the greater the premium. So can they cover these people that they couldn't or wouldn't cover before? Sure, but it's going to cost money, and it's going to cost a lot more money. Okay. So be prepared for these bump ups going forward. And trust me, the government is not in control. They can jawbone, but they're not in control of insurance companies. Are you watching these insurance company stocks since the passage of this? And let's see who's in control. Those stocks have been climbing. Okay, so we need to go. We need to go down the road on this, and I think that's going to. I think as we go along and people see these rates escalating and the important coverage not there, it's going to hurt them. Because people are immediately oriented, not 2 years or 3 years or even 1 year down the road. All right, let's. We have another little new section here we're going to deal with right now called Behind the Scenes. What's going on behind the scenes? In this case, with the government. The government is trying an end run on economic problem solving. They know they can't save us from a crash. It's going to happen. So they are attempting a sly twofold approach. Keep an eye and an awareness on this. Number one, they're going to, in effect, hire as many people and create as many dependent government and semi-private agencies as possible so as to retain and actually expand control over the citizenship, right? And that goes not only for federal government, but for state and local governments, all right? They're not cutting back on their workforce. They're increasing. All right. Now, the second end run is to try and set up businesses and capitalism as the fall guys along the way, which, that seems to be obvious that that's what they're doing. But the reason for which they're doing it is because they know the end of this cycle, of this giant era, is at hand, and this is, it's going to be a mechanism for changing our world as we know it. Be aware, will you? And talk to those friends of yours that are not registered, people that say, it doesn't count. Get them to register and to participate in this coming November election. Right? It's going to be very, very important. All right. Good news about our program to bring power and control to the citizens, to the people. We call it Potentia, and our Potentia programs are almost done. We should be ready to give you a preliminary introduction to it. Are you ready? By April 15th. What an ominous day for them. And I think you're going to find it very interesting. I'm only going to introduce to you a small segment of it because it is very sweeping and encompassing. So when we go through it, I want to hear from you, but we'll hear from you just as we're presenting it. All right. So I'm looking forward to it. A lot of our people here are looking forward to it, and I sure hope that that it takes with you, and being as critical as you, many of you are, which is fine. We love constructive criticism. It'll be very favorable. Okay. Next 2 weeks, I'll be seeing you from sunny Arizona, Scottsdale, or Haven there for a while. So we'll be filming out there and reporting to you from there. Listen, have a great week, and don't give up. Life is worth living. Have a good one.